Hello and welcome. I'm Sissy and I'm Timothy's widow. In today's video, we're going to begin exploring using creative expression as a grief healing therapy. And we're going to PT thing. So let me begin explaining this. Engaging in creative writing can be a profoundly therapeutic outlet for grieving spouses, offering a safe space to express and process emotions. Through writing, you can give voice to your feelings, memories, and thoughts in a way that might be difficult to articulate verbally. This form of self-expression allows for exploration of grief at your own pace, fostering a deeper understanding of emotions and helping to make sense of complex feelings. Whether through journaling, poetry, or storytelling, this form of healing therapy can promote emotional release and help promote a gradual path towards acceptance and healing. Okay, so let's start taking a little bit of a deeper look into this possibly insane project. I have always enjoyed writing as a creative form of expression. For well over a decade, I dabbled in fan fiction in two different genres. My preference was to create longer works of fiction, using the length of the story as an opportunity to get into the minds of the characters, explore what they were feeling and thinking, while weaving an interesting plot around the drama. Now, it's been a very long time since I've dabbled in this form of creative expression, in fact, any type of writing. Despite the fact that my dear hubby was always reminding me to just write that damn book. So this all started with the other night. I had what you could call an interesting dream. Now, when I was doing fan fiction, that's usually how my longer fictions came to me, sort of like a scene playing out in my mind in some kind of a crazy dream at night. So I got to wondering, was this dream that I had the other night trying to tell me that I might be ready to look for another romance? Was it trying to give me signs or warnings about future relationships? Or was my mind just trying to tell me that I had made some more progress within the grief journey and that I was ready to take more steps forward, as in returning to some of my former passions and hobbies? Now, I know that I'm not ready to return to working on that series that I started years ago. The documents are sitting in the hard drive, and I have barely touched them in the last several years. I know that I don't have the creativity yet to totally invent a whole new set of characters, plots, events, and a whole fictional world to put together a cohesive novel. And I just don't have the motivation to return to working to the series that I started. Not yet, anyhow. So I've been seeing a lot of comments from YouTubers and videos from people that I follow and just as suggested content on YouTube. And it seems like a lot of people are using this ChatGPT thing to create stuff. So I jotted down everything that I could remember from this dream. And by using a heck of a lot of prompts, I'm interested in seeing what ChatGPT can actually churn out. Maybe we can get an interesting work of fiction with a whole lot of tweaking, editing, and revising. If you're ready to join me on this adventure, then let's get things going. So, as I begin putting the pieces in motion for this, we'll call it form of therapy, I've got a notebook that I wrote down all the things from the dream that I could remember. Because I think this fiction that my mind began creating is an attempt to explore moving on with relationships after grief, I'm keeping that in mind as I create prompts to give ChatGPT. Perhaps whatever is created is not just meant to be a work of fiction. Perhaps it is also meant to be an exploration of grief, healing, and moving forward in life. Because of that, I think that's why I feel insane enough to share it with you all. We could use it as a conversation starter, a means of prompting us along our own grief journey with the questions and thoughts that silently sit within our minds as we deal with each new day. Obviously, one of the first things to do when beginning a new work of fiction is to have as much information about the story in mind as possible. So I've got an idea, the dream. Sort of a plot, sort of romance and drama, intermixed with crime and emotions, lots of emotions. So I've got the world, or the setting of where the story is going to start and where it will move to. I have the thing that gets a work of fiction started, often considered to be the initiating event that sets the story in motion, or the inciting incident. It's a crucial element that introduces conflict, triggers the main plot, and compels the characters to take action. And oh boy, did this dream have action in it. The inciting incident is a pivotal moment that propels the narrative forward and engages the reader's interest in the story's unfolding events. So, over the next couple of days, I'm going to begin feeding ChatGPT the prompts that I have so far, and we'll see what it gives us. I'll work it or create it chapter by chapter. Sadly, my dream either didn't give me the ending or I just don't remember it. So we'll have to wait and see what kind of ending ChatGPT gives us. Then I'll edit and revise, see what insights, if any, it gives us on a character who is moving through her grief journey and beginning to step back into the world. Then I'll share one chapter at a time with you, and we can discuss what this chat thing gives us and see if any of it resonates with us as we move through our own grief journeys and begin exploring the world again. I invite you to share this crazy journey of creativity with me. Once a week, I'll share a chapter with you, and I would love to see your feedback and your comments. If you think this could be both an interesting method of using creativity for healing and an opportunity to see if ChatGPT can actually weave a good work of fiction that explores beginning new romantic relationships and continued healing after loss, then please go ahead and like the video. Consider subscribing to the channel so you'll be alerted when new content is available. As always, please feel free to comment on any of my videos. I'd love to hear from you, especially with this project. I'd love to see what prompts or ideas that you would like to see reflected within the story as it goes along. If you can, I'd love to see your participation in the polls that I've created. They can be found on my community tab. I welcome seeing your responses so that we can talk about them in future videos. I've been Sissy, and I am wishing you much hope, light, and love. Until the next time, my friend.